Hello folks, this is Miss H once again. This is episode number 2 of unit circles. Let's talk about the degrees on the circles. Okay, we already know this from geometry, from other areas of study, so we just want to take it a little bit further. Now, we know the points that are most important to us on this unit circle. We have labeled them, starting here with 1, 0. Up here, we learned this in the last video. And when we go on this side, it becomes negative. Remember, this is quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. So I'm just going to label them 1, 2, 3, and I'll move this up so you can see me right, 3 and 4. Let's put 1V. Okay, so those are our quadrants. And I'm going to start up here with this unit circle, and I'm going to start specifically over in this corner. I like to start in the positive section because positive, and we know this is positive, it's positive on the X and positive on the Y. This section right here leads us to everything in all the other quadrants, and you'll see that later on when I give you a few hints on how to remember this unit circle. I do not memorize the unit circle. I use one positive section, which is over here, the positive section, to then formulate everything else. So I don't have this whole thing memorized like some teachers. I don't think it's a good way of memorizing, and then you don't really see how it relates to you. So I'm going to start with this section, which I consider the most important, and I'm going to go around and you're going to see what's going to happen. I'm going to start here. Now we already know that this one is 90 degrees because we studied that many times. It's a right angle. It creates a right angle, a corner. Halfway, if you notice, there are 1, 2, 3 percentages, degrees that will be labeled. And the degrees that are labeled are this one, which creates halfway between the beginning degree to the 90 degree. Halfway would be what? 45 degrees. That's the first one. Now watch that. That's not so bad, is it? So far. Now if we take a look at this one, this is 30 degrees up. So far we have something. Now these 2 degrees are the most important degrees to me, in my opinion, because it leads to everything else. Because if you notice, look, if you go 30, then what happens next? This one would be, every other one would be 30 more, which is 60. And then the next one would be 90. Then from there, look at what's happening. Look at what's happening to it. We know this already. It gives me 120, which is 30 more. And then if I skip over this one and go to that one, it gives me 150. Look how it's doing. So 30 more, this would be 180 degrees. Okay. All right, I want to show you that. And then if we skip over again, because there's that big block in between there. Small block, only 15 up, you know. It's only a few up here. But this one is a big block, so we're going to have 30 more. 30 more would be 210. Then we skip one, and then we get to what? 240. That's correct. You're going great. Now look how big this is. We know the jump is going to be 30 again. 30 more would be what? 270. We know this one from previous times. Now watch. A big jump again. 30 more. 300. You see how it's going? And then jump. 330. And then the last one, which we know is 360. So look how the 30s help us out in figuring this out. You know, if it's a big space, you know you're going 30 degrees. Look, big space 30, big space 30, big space up 30, big space up 30. It shows itself, look. Okay, now if you notice, there are 3 degrees that are labeled in between each axis. So we have 3 here, we have 3 there, we have 3 there, we have 3 there. Okay, those are the main degrees that are labeled. If you see 3, 3. All right, now let's take a look. Let's go back up here. Now 45 was labeled before. Now watch. Same type of pattern is going on. All right, every other one, you know, basically. Now if you go from here and add 45 degrees, guess what? You have 90. Now watch. If you go from here and add the 45 degrees, what do you end up with? Think, think, think. That's right, 135. So if you notice, every other one now is working out to our benefit. Now watch this. 135 jumped 45 degrees. Isn't that 180? You see how it's working out? So we don't have to memorize. All we have to do is be able to add and that's it. And it works out pretty well. I just want to show the people that don't really know how to do this a form of doing this that's a little easier than usual. Now here, from here to this one, every other one, there it is. 45, that's a 45 degree angle in there, 45 degree angle. Watch this. If this is 180, if I add 45, what do I end up with? You tell me. 225, there it is, degrees. There it is. Let me go back and make sure I put all my degrees in because these are degrees. 330 degrees, 300, okay? Now look, here we are. Here we are at the bottom of the circle. I'm moving it up on purpose because I want you to be able to see. Look what happened. We went from here, 225, to 270. Isn't that 45? That sure is. Now watch this. This one we know already, 270. Now watch how I'm going to jump. I'm going to jump from 270. See that one right there? 270. All the way up to this one. If I add 45 to this, what do I get? Don't I get 315 degrees? So all we're doing is jumping by 45. Look, every other one is 45. Watch. Watch this. 315 to 360. Isn't that 45? So that's an easier way of doing or finding the degrees on the circle so you don't have to stress out so much. If you know the first 3 up to 90, 0, 30, 45, 60, these are vital angles. If you know the first 3, 0, 30, 45, 60, 90, you can figure out the rest just by doing this simple shortcut. Once again, from 0 to 30, 15 more is 45, and then 60 and up to 90. Then when you do 30, watch this, 0 to 30. Guess what? Skip 1, you go to 60. All right, then to 90. That's a major one, so we know that one already. Then take a look. Skip from here to there. That's 30 more. Here to here, 30 in between. And that works all the way around the circle. Take a look at the 45. This is halfway through the quarter circle, right? So 45, every other one. Watch. Not that one, this one. 45, 90. 45, 135. 45. Notice I'm skipping one in between each time. Okay? So just a little hint on how to find the degrees of the circle. The main quarter is once again 30, 45, 60. These are very important angles, 30, 45, 60. That's all I want to say. Have a good day. Bye.